Oh, sorry. Am I audible to all of you online students? Deepak, Ashish, Nidhi, Sahil, Lakshman, Alina, Vomesh, okay. Who else is here? Wow. Chanchal, Ghalib, Grace, Gunjan. Grace, I think we have met earlier also. Iftisham, Kanishk, Kareem. Hi all of you. Am I audible to all of you? Am I audible to all of you? Yeah? Yes? Okay, excellent. That's nice. Sujit Maurya, audible for you too? Yes? Gunjan, Indranil, excellent. Voice lag कर रहा है, मेरा voice lag कर रहा है. I'll get you to talk to my wife. You must tell her my voice is lacking. Convince her. I've told her for so many times. Okay, she says no. गालिब मेरे साथ चलो आप घर. अच्छा, it's fine now? अच्छा, ठीक है, okay. Good afternoon, Shweta. Ashutosh. Yes, this is in the series of workshops we are having. And in fact, kal hi sham ko I was discussing with somebody ki what is the fundamental approach that we are following. The fundamental approach is somewhere I want to ensure that कि आपकी प्रिपरेशन सही तरीके से प्रॉपर अलाइनमेंट में चले. Somewhere the effort is कि you see us as empowering your process rather than simply teaching and going away. और कुछ चीजें आपको बार बार बोलनी पड़ती हैं. गुड इवनिंग गुनारथा. गुड इवनिंग. आई एम गुड साहिल. श्वेता, गुड आफ्टरनून. आप वही श्वेता हो? ऑलरेडी क्लास में 2-3 श्वेता हैं. आप यू आर वन ऑफ देम और समबडी एल्स, आई डू नॉट नो, बट हैप्पी टू हैव यू श्वेता. सुजीत, जय विजय, मनीष. Okay, so देखो, it's something like when we are in our schools हैं, colleges हैं, life में भी 2-3 कुछ ऐसे important wisdom है, like be honest in your life, don't harm others, be trustworthy and truthful, have integrity. ये कुछ चीजें हैं ना, वो एक बार बोलने से नहीं होता है. Your parents would have told you God knows how many times. Like your teachers would have told the same to you so many times, and yet we have people slipping. इतना ज्ञान ऐसा हार्डली के पेरेंट टीचर होंगे जो बच्चों को सिखाते होंगे go tell lies, be dishonest, become corrupt. Even if a father is corrupt, he will somewhere want his son to be better off. Like at least not as bad or as terrible as he has been career. And yet देखो life and the way we are in society. Okay, तो ये कुछ चीजें हैं ना, बार बार आपको इंग्रेन करना पड़ेगा. इट्स नॉट अ वन टाइम एफर्ट कि एक बार बोल दिया हो गया, ऐसे नहीं होने वाला है. ओके, सो दैट्स द होल ऑब्जेक्टिव हियर. एंड आई एम स्टार्टिंग टू लिव दैट आइडिया कि यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन फंडामेंटली इज, आई सेड, सेल्फ स्टडी. आपको खुद पढ़ना सीखना आना चाहिए. हम तो, आई रिमेंबर वन ऑफ माई टीचर्स, वन ऑफ माई वेरी इंस्पायरिंग टीचर्स, प्रोफेसर दास थे हमारे. Very, very strict man, and people used to be scared of him. In fact, some people said in my college days, that I have kind of resemblance with him. Okay, in terms of how I look and how I talk. So he was very strict man. तो हमारे सीनियर जो थे मेरे, वो आके मुझे they used to come and सारा गुस्सा निकाल देते मुझ पर. क्या दास सर ने डांटा है, मार्क्स नहीं दिया है, शब्बीर के पास चलो, उसको उतार देते हैं ठीक से. Okay. So anyways, he was really a great teacher, and he said one very good thing. He said the fundamental objective of teaching should be कि बच्चों को वो टेक्निक सिखा दो, बच्चों में वो इंटरेस्ट जगा दो, and then अगर बच्चा अपने आप पढ़ पा रहा है, the work of teacher is done. अगर आप अलग प्रोफेशंस देखेंगे, if you look at different professions, every profession wants that people must come back to him. If I'm a doctor, you have got well, very nice, but come back when you're again sick. If I am a lawyer, I solve your problem, good, but come back to us when you again have a problem. I will fight your case. Teacher का success होता है when a student learns and does not come back to him again for the same thing. So इसीलिए बोलते हैं the success of teacher is when the teacher becomes redundant. And these are some things मैं अब appreciate कर पा रहा हूं. This is the reason why I am running these sessions बार बार कि आप लोग पढ़ने का तरीका सीखो. It is not the course I am selling. Of course, as part of the process I am in. But what I am trying to communicate is कि हर चीज का एक मेथड, एक अप्रोच है. अगर आप वो अप्रोच सीख जाएंगे ना, you start appreciating the work we put in. Otherwise, वो मैकेनिकल होता रहेगा. You'll always feel that work is a grind. You always feel the work is tedious. Always feel the work is exhausting. But आप मेथड सीख जाते हो, oh, this is what is required, and that's why it's happening. You are on. ठीक है? So with that intention, with that type of, you can say, a goal that I have set for myself, I'm starting this workshop. So this is a workshop on GS. And like I said, I'm not teaching GS here. The objective is to get you started on the process of GS. And सही time है, कुछ हद तक अब देर हो रहा है. Looking at 2024 attempt, okay, एक और महीने के बाद में the window will close very rapidly. Okay, you'll understand why I'm saying that to all of you. Okay, so today's workshop is GS, and GS का what I'm answering is, okay, ये challenge क्या है? Why do we have the problems? And what is it we can do to solve it? Online students, all attentive? Online students? And I'll suggest आप लोग सब कोई ना एक pen paper रखो अपने पास में. You can jot down something as I speak. Yes, Ashutosh, Eftisham, Lakshman, Shwe, Priya, excellent. Okay, some of you decided to join me online. ठीक है. Pratap, okay. Okay, Kaveri, fine. Kaveri Shitole, okay, fine. So do some jottings as I ask you. ठीक है? Okay, now again, just to start off and know how does your mind work. Okay, yes, Guranatha ready. Yes, okay, excellent. So again, I have a list of questions. और थोड़ा sincerely answer करना, because जो मैं choice दे रखा है, all the choice will look right. I want you to mark that you think is most appropriate and about what GS is troubling you with. Okay, so again, please. Oops, where is that? One minute, please. You can all hear me, right? जल्दी करो. Just keep your phones ready. The same scan. I always start my sessions with some questions ताकि idea तो चले कि आप सोचते कैसे हो. Gunanatha, I've done this for optional just 2-3 days ago. Like you can have a look. Thank you so much. Am I visible now, all of you? Online students, Namrata, Mansi, Nidhi. Yes? Okay, thank you so much. Scan this code. There are 6-7 questions. Please answer the questions. Like I said, the questions are very narrow in terms of choice. Just 1 or 2 minutes to give an idea about what is the major concern and how can we deal with it. Yes, I can see that. Thank you. So no. 20. Nobody responded yet. ठीक है. We'll go back. How do I go back? Come in, please sit down. Take 1 or 2 minutes. The session, Atul, is about orienting your preparation towards a more effective GS preparation. ये GS का preparation कैसा होना चाहिए? What's required? Because most of these are not about course completion alone, something more than that. I'll explain that to you. It's a GS workshop. Okay, Vishal is done. Okay, Nikhil, Debesh, Narskar, Sujit Maurya, are you guys done? Done? What makes so very evenly distributed? Good. I had anticipated problem hogi isme. No, some more are coming in. Vastness and randomness. Okay, fine. As you post, your choices will keep on changing. अच्छा, आप इसको देख के मत करो ना. अगर देख के करोगे तो फिर give your answers. All of you post your answers first. Done. Indranil, Nidhi, Anurag, Namrata, done. Okay, Shrestha. Okay, take a minute, no problem. आपकी इसमें आंसर्स ना रॉन्ग राइट नहीं होते हैं. The idea is, are you thinking about the problems or not? It's not right, wrong. All done? Okay, let's see. Just to give an analogy to all of you. Think of a person driving a car or two people driving a car. One person says, कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, गाड़ी स्टार्ट नहीं हो रहा. ओके, सेकेंड पर्सन सेज, सर स्टार्ट तो हो गया, बट समहाउ ओके इट इज नॉट मूविंग लाइक आई थिंक इट शुड मूव. द थर्ड गाय सेज, स्टार्ट भी हो गया, कार मूव भी कर रहा है, बट आई कैन सी लॉट ऑफ लाइट्स इंडिकेटिंग ऑन द स्क्रीन. समथिंग इज रॉन्ग विद द कार. ओके, otherwise there's no problem of speed, there's no problem in terms of direction, steering is fine, but you can see some flags on the screen. Who do you think has a better understanding of the car? Who do you think has a better understanding? One guy is saying कि start ही नहीं हो रहा. Second guy is saying start तो हो रहा है, but something is not right. Okay, maybe it's dragging or sound is loud. The third guy said सब ठीक चल रहा है, सर start भी बढ़िया हो गया, बढ़िया चल रहा है, but something missing, because of which my dashboard says lot of different type of alerts. Who do you think knows the car better? The third one. Okay, it's something like we also talk about cricket. One guy says क्या problem है? Problem है sir, जितना भी मार रहा हूं छक्का ही नहीं जा रहा. The second guy says, sir छक्का जाए नहीं जाए doesn't matter, ball middling नहीं हो रही है. Third guy said middling हो रहा है, चार भी जा रहा है, but I have a problem in my hand-eye coordination. दो चार चला गया, but I think I was lucky to get the fourth. Who do you think is more thinking brain? The third guy. Okay, exactly what happens आपके preparation में. For most of you, the problem is, okay, sir ये नहीं हो रहा, वो नहीं हो रहा, course खत्म नहीं हो रहा, अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. But the problem is, you don't understand the nuances about how things have to be done. Vicky, no, I can only speak bilingual to some extent. But the session is in English. I can't speak Hindi. Okay, that is not my strength. Okay, but बीच में ऐसे ही बोलते रहेंगे, आप समझेंगे, अच्छी बात है. Otherwise, it is actually an English workshop. ठीक है? Anyways, so these questions are essential about finding out how well you understand GS. Because देखो, अगर आप if you look at the market and the students around you, you'll realize that every institute claims कि courses are done. We are offering test series. We are covering current affairs. We are giving you notes and materials. We are also taking care of doubts and mentorship also. Okay, and yet students have problems. ऐसा नहीं कि institutes नहीं कर रहे हैं. They are doing the same thing with students also. So we go to class regularly. We are studying current affairs. We are regular with notes, and yet this lack of some element of confidence there. So the problem is something more deeper. Like I said, objective is आप exam को समझो and try taking control of how things have to be done. Okay? इसीलिए सवाल पूछा है मैंने. What do you think why is GS preparation difficult? Vastness and randomness is the most difficult part. Some says juggling between GS and optional. Somebody says balancing prelims and mains preparation and other factors not above. I do not know कि क्या इसमें आया होगा. Can you tell me what was this other factor? 4 of you have said other factors. What could that be? Pace of study maybe. Other factors could be maybe language issue बन रहा है शायद. Other factor could be शायद notes नहीं बन पा रहे हैं. Okay, all the 4 are right. I'm not saying wrong, but something else is missing. People complaining about vastness. ये तो complaint issue बनना ही नहीं चाहिए. Because the day you start preparation, you understand that GS has 4 papers. GS has 13 broad areas. GS has 7 core areas. इसमें नया discover क्या कर लिया आपने? And juggling is a very valid point, but ये भी कहीं ना कहीं पता था ना आपको. आप एग्जाम दे रहे हो 1 year के अंदर में, you will have problems of juggling. So it's not wrong, but something else is missing. कि ultimately यहां क्यों फंस रहे हो आप? Either you have a wrong understanding of the time required, or you assume कि ये 5 में हो जाएगा, सवाल आ गया 6 और 7 से आ गया. ठीक है? Not wrong, but okay, I am looking at some deeper answer here. Okay, fine. What is not giving you confidence in GS? Okay, I'm surprised. I thought that most would have answered, okay, the first one. Course seems incomplete, or with the last one. I'm surprised people say lack of grasp of topics covered. आप अगर 1 साल कोर्स कर लेते हो and you've done the books, yet you say this, okay, means something is missing there. And why I gave the question like a questionnaire is, you are not alone in your problem. There are hundreds and hundreds of others who have the same challenge. Fine, point taken. How do teachers help you? Now, दो चीज है. How do teachers help you is not same as how do you want the teachers to help you. Okay, so they help develop interest, they finish syllabus timely, and I mean, in fact, 2 choices are actually abstract choices. Okay, they keep you motivated throughout and they help develop interest. I would have expected how help you is they finish syllabus timely and ये अगर मिल जाए तो अच्छी बात है. But I find the answers are a bit different there. Fine, ठीक है, okay. It actually tells me what I should do in my class. Fine. What challenges you in current affairs? Too much content, not sure what to read, what not to read, revision issues. Yeah, I was expecting कि ये वाला होना चाहिए, revision issues. Because too much content and not sure, ये दोनों related है, ultimately. Yes, I would expect. Revision issues and unable to answer questions. ये बहुत बड़ा issue बनना चाहिए था. That after reading current affairs the way you read, many of you fail to link the content with the answers that you are writing. Fine, that's an issue. Why IAS? Let me see. Wow. और मैंने कहा था answer honestly. Okay. After all the nudging, you said what you wanted to say in the interview board. I don't believe this. Okay. I'm happy to see it, but मुझे लग रहा है this is too good to be true. Okay. Dedication for nation building. Okay. Also, okay, fine. In fact, for many people, a third भी reason है. Because the kind of courses you are doing, you don't see a good option in the career in any other fields. इसलिए आप लोग फंसे हो शायद एक कोर्स में, एक कॉलेज में, एक escape चाहिए कि I can do something so that I come out of this rut I am trapped in. This is also a very valid point. In fact, for most, I think number 2 is okay. हाथी के दांत हैं. Okay, nation building अच्छी बात है, fine. Okay, otherwise first and third should have been more probably. For most of you should have been number 1. Okay, if I know most of you, कोई बात नहीं. You did what you did. Do you truly appreciate the process and the approach for GS preparation? So a good number of you have said yes. Okay, ठीक है. I'll take this point because this is what I'm discussing today to some extent. Okay, Vicky, no problem, fine. Okay, let's get back to our discussions now. So our discussion was, okay, what makes GS? What makes GS formidable? I agree. One is the vastness of the syllabus. Okay, there is a lot to be covered. It becomes difficult. A second important one is randomness of questions asked. Halaki, this is a perception. I disagree on this. Questions are actually not as random. There is a pattern to it. There is a method to how they ask. But ठीक है, एक perception है that it is random. Current affairs definitely is a different ball game. और जितना भी पढ़ लो हर साल कुछ और नया ऐड हो जाता है. What to focus on is always a challenge. So what makes GS tricky is current affairs, okay? Then juggling with other learning goals. अब GS करते करते आंसर राइटिंग भी करना है, रिवीजन भी करना है, न्यूज़पेपर भी पढ़ना, ये भी गोल्स हैं, क्लासेस भी जाना है, वो भी इशू है. So GS kind of conflicts with many other learning goals and balancing prelims and mains preparation. So some of you have answered this more or less, but this is what makes GS formidable. Now the question is why? Okay, why may I say the actual problem is a bit different. And please keep jotting as I speak. मैं कह रहा हूं ना, अगर आपको insight मिल गया ना, then you have no problem. You'll stop bothering about what is happening. You'll know exactly what to do. If I exactly know the technique of how the car is repaired, तो मुझे डर नहीं लगेगा. कोई भी कार दे तो I'm on. जब प्रॉब्लम आएगा मैं ठीक कर लूंगा. The problem is मुझे पता नहीं है कार का क्या प्रॉब्लम है, and then I'm always unsure about can I drive or not drive. ठीक है? The actual problem what I think is, number 1 is the bigger picture is missing. आप पॉलिटी तो पढ़ रहे हो, for what? हिस्ट्री पढ़ रहे हो, for what? Okay, you're studying maybe current affairs. What's the bigger one? When I say bigger picture missing, देखो, for most of us, our task is what? Let us read the book. Let us read that particular newspaper article. Okay, let us note down the facts. Let's make some jottings that we have read. But there's something else which is missing is, okay, appreciate and apply is missing for most of us. And I think as human mind, ये appreciate apply बहुत important aspect है. It gives you the purpose of why you are studying. आपने एक सुना होगा स्टोरी और एक स्टेप इन काउंसलिंग एंड पेरेंटिंग. एक स्कूल ऑफ थॉट बोलता है कि बच्चों को डांटो मत, उनको समझाओ. डोंट स्कोल्ड देम, डोंट स्केयर देम, डोंट ऑलवेज से पनिश देम. उनको समझाओ व्हाई समथिंग इज इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर बच्चे को समझ में आ गया व्हाई, वो अपने आप से ही काम करना शुरू कर देगा. डोंट टेल अ चाइल्ड स्टडी ऑन टाइम. They tell a child कि why studying on time is very important. Okay, tell him why being responsible is so important. अगर वो समझ में आ गया ना, वो अपने आप करेगा ठीक से. The why part is missing. Why is जो आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, how do you apply that? How do you appreciate what reading? This is missing part. So for most of us, the study we are doing becomes a very mechanical exercise. किताब खत्म है. So our task is like पढ़ना था, पढ़ लिया. नोट बना था, नोट बना लिया. Like I have a list of 10 books. मैं 3 किताब पढ़ लिया. That's the top technique we use in our listing. But this is not satisfying enough. Okay, this is what you have to move towards. Your appreciation of issues is missing, and application in terms of some answers or some solutions. ये एक problem. That's one problem. The second problem, actual problem is lack of spelling out the task. When I say finish the book is what task? Task is read it. Task is make notes. Task is memorize it. Okay, ये आपके task हैं. So if I tell my child, take care of the house. अब take care means what? Take care means ensure कि रात में सारे windows are closed. Please ensure no electrical appliances are switched on inappropriately. Please ensure the door is properly bolted. Please ensure gas आपका बंद है. तो आप लिस्टिंग कर रखा है कि अच्छा घर का टेक केयर का मतलब है ये 10 चीज हो जाना चाहिए. Somebody gives me a baby to take care of. कि बेबी का ध्यान रखो. अब ध्यान रखो means what? There's some things there. Number 1, the baby must be fed on time. Number 2 is the baby must sleep for maybe 12 or 13 hours. Number 3 is baby will cry, make sure that you have changed the diapers or whatever. So if I know the task exactly, my work is done. For most of us, GS पढ़ने का जो task है, वो हमने properly delineate नहीं किया हुआ है. For most of us, the task are books ले लो. Sir, what books do I read? Which course to join? Which class to join? How to make notes? The missing picture हमारे task में है, memorization missing रहता है. I mean, some of you are in my class and you know this. कितने बार हम कहते हैं कि memorize करो, फिर भी नहीं कर पाते हैं बच्चे. You think coming to class is enough. You think making notes is enough. ये नहीं हो पाता है. Okay. Question analysis. आपको questions और जो बच्चे सीख रहे हैं, आप appreciate कर पाओगे why something is being taught. Why in a list of 20 topics syllabus में, why a teacher does not take every topic equally? कहीं ज्यादा पढ़ाते हैं, कहीं कम पढ़ा देते हैं, और कुछ को बोलते हैं अपने आप पढ़ लो यार. इसका रीजन है एनालाइज क्वेश्चंस, ये नहीं हो पाता है. और प्रैक्टिस का रिगर. दिस एग्जामिनेशन, मैंने कुछ दिन पहले ही बताया था, दिस एग्जामिनेशन कैन नॉट बी क्लियर्ड इफ यू आर वर्किंग टू योर कन्वीनियंस. एक रिगर चाहिए. ये रिगर लाने के लिए एडुकेमी टॉक्स अबाउट मैराथन सेशंस. बैठो एक साथ हमारे साथ 6 घंटे 8 घंटे. द ड्राइव ऑफ रिगर मस्ट बी देयर. सो योर टास्क इज नॉट सिंपली बुक्स पढ़ना है, कोर्स ज्वाइन करना है, क्लास करके नोट्स बनाना है. नो, दिस इज द मिसिंग पिक्चर इन योर प्रिपरेशन. यू आर नॉट कॉन्शियसली पुटिंग एफर्ट्स इन मेमोराइजेशन. तो जीएस का जो प्रॉब्लम है वास्टनेस नहीं है. Problem is lack of confidence because some of this is not done. So आप पढ़ते रहे हो, but you always feel something is not consolidated. Okay. हर बार नया पढ़ लिया, पीछे का भूल गए, और 10 आगे कर लिया, फिर पीछे भूल गए. That is a bigger concern for many of us. Okay. The actual problem is lack of timelines. Okay. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप है जीएस प्रिपरेशन में. You must be very sure about what are my timelines. You do not have the luxury of studying at your pace. ठीक है, शुरुआत एक पेस में होगा, पर कहीं ना कहीं आपको टाइमलाइन मीट करना ही पड़ेगा. But it does not mean I'm saying hurry up things. No, don't hurry up for the sake of hurrying up. In fact, going fast is actually a red flag. What we want is that you have to be consistent with some timelines in your mind. So the problem of GS is the bigger picture is missing. The problem is the tasks are not properly listed down. The problem is your timelines don't exist. And problem is ये timelines आपके लिए institutes बना देते हैं according to their course completion, not according to your progress and your achievements. तो ये आपको बनाना है, ये problem है. Okay. The actual problem here is, I said, disconnected preparation. इस पे थोड़ा सा मैं और टाइम दूंगा बाद में. Okay. What I mean by disconnected is fragmentation. This is a huge problem. When I say fragmentation, इसके 2-3 reasons हैं. One, fragmentation का problem ये है, the way you are studying every day. 1 hour history, 1 hour geography, 1 hour polity, 1 hour current affairs. ये fragmentation है. Second fragmentation is कंसिस्टेंसी नहीं है। 2 दिन पढ़ लिया, 3 दिन थक गए, फिर 1 दिन पढ़ाई किया, फिर 2 दिन यू हैव गॉट डिस्ट्रैक्टेड, वो फ्रेगमेंटेशन है। फ्रेगमेंटेशन इज योर लैंग्वेज स्किल्स नॉट गुड। जब पढ़ाई कर रहे हो ना, हाँ मोटा मोटा समझ में आ रहा है, बट द डीप कंसेप्ट्स आर मिसिंग आउट। सो द प्रॉब्लम इज फ्रेगमेंटेशन, इट इज disconnected learning, and all of this I call this as tactical approach. Tactical का मतलब क्या होता है? Tactical is short term, strategic is long term. Tactical is आज क्लास गए, tactical is I joined a course, tactical is किताब पढ़ लिया. The long term जो holistic होना चाहिए, that's missing. Anyway, just write this word down. मैं दोबारा इसमें वापस आएंगे. I'll come back again. What is the holistic thing I'm looking for? And please do not forget the objective of today's session. The objective is I want you to empower yourself to plan your preparation properly. Once you know all the building blocks, आप building blocks जानो, अपने आप plan करो, and then see how things can fall into place. ठीक है? Okay, the tactical approach which is not holistic. Okay. ये होता क्यों है? Why? Why do we get trapped in this approach and why we can't have holistic? का reason ये है, what's lacking is, these are the 5 things lacking. One is, we do not have an appreciation of the efforts actually required. कहने के लिए तो कह देते हैं, सर आप जो कहेंगे हम वही काम करेंगे। कहने के लिए कह देते हो, I am very eager and I will put in hard work. अब हार्ड वर्क का क्या डेफिनेशन है, यू मिसिंग दैट। तो जो एक होता है ऑनेस्ट इवैल्यूएशन, ओके, खुश करने के लिए तो कह दिया कि तुम जो मांगोगे हम लाके देंगे, और मांग लिया चांद तारा, ओके, हम बोले नहीं इतना थोड़ी प्रॉमिस किया था, ओके, टमाटर ले आओ, सब्जी ले आओ, वो ले आएंगे, चांद तारा यार मैं कहां से लेके आऊं। सो ऑनेस्ट अप्रिसिएशन, यू शुड नो एग्जैक्टली व्हाट यू आर केपेबल ऑफ, व्हाट द एग्जाम डिमांड्स। तो आपको एग्जाम दो, ऑल्दो यू हैव सेड यू नो द प्रोसेस, आई डाउट दैट द ऑनेस्ट एफर्ट रिक्वायर्ड आपको अभी भी नहीं पता है। द एफर्ट इज नॉट अबाउट द क्लास, इट्स अबाउट द पोस्ट क्लास। नॉट ऑल ऑफ यू आर माई स्टूडेंट्स, बट आई हैव नोन दिस लॉन्ग इनफ टू नो। ये हाथी के दांत हैं, दिखाने के अलग होते हैं, खाने के अलग होते हैं। ओके, फॉर द लास्ट 3-4 months how much we are trying is come and sit with us, do your workbooks, finish your synopsis, we'll give extra time if required, memorize ABC. फिर भी क्लास के अंदर में 10, 15, 20 बच्चे ही कर पाते हैं। Why? Because again they don't realize कि efforts required is different from what they had imagined. Okay, understanding what the UPSC demands. In fact, आज ही हम सुबह डिस्कस कर रहे थे another workshop of mine. UPSC demands thinking minds. UPSC एग्जामिनेशन का ऑब्जेक्टिव है IAS के लिए कि I want people who can think and plan on their own, take decisions on their own. और आप हो सब फॉर्मूला बता दो हमें। UPSC का डिमांड ही है we need a critical mind who can help us solve our problems. Develop this. Your timelines are insincere, post-course engagement is missing, और ये वाला the elevation to third level L3 जो है, some of you know this idea called L3. L3 are thinking questions, L3 are deep questions, L3 demand a lot of interlinkages, L3 demands creativity right on the seat. So आपका जो कोर्स है, okay, the course largely are around level 1, level 2. आप लेवल 3 एग्जाम तक पहुंच नहीं पाते हो बिकॉज यू डोंट अप्रिशिएट कि एग्जाम रिक्वायर्स दिस। So I think what's lacking are these 5 things in a preparation. This you all know now more or less. The preparation के 3 level है. Level 1 which is straight questions, basic information, जो आपके syllabus में है, जो आपके books में है, जो आपके basic course में है. L2 requires linkages, analysis, and L3 requires some bit of personality aspects. Okay, I mean, last 3-4 days में again I am seeing lot of students for interview. I asked somebody yesterday, the boy was from Kanpur. मैंने पूछा, बच्चे से पूछा कि कानपुर के प्रॉब्लम्स क्या हैं बताओ. He said, sir, Kanpur is crowded. A lot of traffic problems are there. कानपुर में प्रॉब्लम है सर, there are a lot of issues related to municipality collection garbage. Kanpur has a problem related to crimes also because of whatever reasons. And Kanpur में problem ये है कि lately not much is done for urban expansion. Okay? Then my answer was, एक काम करो, कानपुर हटा दो. I'm asking a question. I asked, have you seen Guwahati? He said no. Tell me the problems of Guwahati. ठीक है, इमेजिन करो प्रॉब्लम. इमेजिन कर रहा हूं गुवाहाटी में a lot of people are there, so there is problem of municipality. I'm sure there will be crime there, okay, and I'm sure problem urban planning है. मैंने कहा गुवाहाटी छोड़ दो. Have you seen the place called Vijayawada? I said no. चलो tell me the problem Vijayawada. okay, जो आंसर बताया मुझे ना वो जेनेरिक आंसर है. okay, मैंने कहा कि नाउ मैं बोर्ड में बैठा हुआ हूं. Why will I select you as an IAS officer? तुम्हारे आंसर में ऐसा क्या है that I know, wow, क्या inside दिया यार. Okay, that is a very unique point. You give me generic answers. And the best part is, आप कानपुर में 25 साल रुके हो. आपके आंसर से मुझे कुछ दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है that you really know Kanpur. Then I asked him कि बताओ, how will you tell your answer? He said, sir, I must speak with lot of enthusiasm. Okay, with a glint in the eye. आंख में चमक होना चाहिए. मैंने कहा करो. हम बैठे हुए हैं, बहुत टाइम मेरे पास है. Okay, आंख में चमक लेके आओ. कैसे लाओगे? Okay, खड़े होके हाथ हिलाओगे, जोर से, कुछ तो टेक्निक होगा ना. और आपको ये गोल्डन चांस मिला है. This is your 5th attempt, he said. Okay, पहली बार इंटरव्यू बोर्ड में आ रहे हैं, आप मौका छोड़ कैसे देंगे यार? It's almost like praying for the last drop. You're going for the broke now, right? करो आप, चमक लेके आओ. हम बैठे हुए हैं, अगर पूरा टाइम दे रहे हैं, चमक लेके आओ. Let us see. I mean, ये बेसिक पॉइंट नहीं है क्या? अगर आपको पूछा जाए, I'm asking you, okay, person studying for the last, okay, 5, 6, 7 years पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं, and you have come this far, and I'm asking a question straight from your desk. कि आप कानपुर से हैं, बताओ कानपुर का प्रॉब्लम क्या है. और आपसे ऐसा आंसर निकल ही नहीं रहा कि लगे कि हाँ यार तुमने क्या बढ़िया बोल दिया. Whether I take you and replace somebody else, वो भी यही बोलने वाला है. That's a personality thing. कुछ तो बोलोगे आप where this stands out. So ये GS पढ़ाई किया जा रहा है ना आपका, it is that larger picture. It took me some time. Ultimately I gave him the answer what I need. It's what we call as personalization. आपके आंसर में चमक तब आएगी when you're speaking from your experience. Okay, when you speak from your understanding, when you speak from what you have seen, what you have done. Okay, sir, I live in Delhi. Delhi का प्रॉब्लम बताओ. Sir, I live in Delhi. Sir, Delhi में ना एक सेंट्रल पार्ट है called as करोल बाग. Delhi also has a border area. ओखला के तरफ भी है and one towards नजफगढ़ भी है. The problems of Delhi differ in these 3 different areas. अगर आप ओखला में जाएंगे, प्रॉब्लम ABC है. अगर आप सेंट्रल दिल्ली में रहेंगे, प्रॉब्लम ABC है. नजफगढ़ में अलग है. And one more thing, sir, the problem I saw 3 years ago is different from problems today. 3-4 साल पहले प्रॉब्लम was of this nature. This answer कोई और नहीं दे पाएगा. Only somebody जो दिल्ली में रुका है. You got the point here? That's called as you are getting personalization in your answers. Otherwise, generic ज्ञान हो गया ना. जो GS पढ़ रहे हो ना, that becomes a generic ज्ञान otherwise. And you can never enjoy it. But when I tell you what I'm studying, I'm kind of internalizing it. Somewhere it becomes a part of personality. It'll take you some time, but that's where the game lies. Okay, anyways, so that, okay, your study has to move from this towards personality. It must move towards your vision approach. Otherwise, when you say that I'm studying for IAS because I want to change society, it'll look to be a dishonest answer. Authenticity आती है जब आप apply कर पाते what you're studying. Otherwise, all are speaking same English, all have the same type of knowledge, all have same type of exposure. How will I know you're bluffing or not bluffing? It comes from authenticity. ये application, ये यहां पर आ जाता है. Can apply your content in your answers. You tell us, what do you think is India's economic problem? एक है जनरल वाला ज्ञान, India is large, lot of people, agriculture, India का problem manufacturing, एक जनरल ज्ञान हो गया. और एक ज्ञान है, sir, the problems of India are, according to me, what I read from an article called as XYZ, that says the problem is not so much of fiscal problem, the problem is more about monetary management. Why? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 point. The problem हम सुनते तो हैं, sir, population problem है, but I don't think so, sir. Problem of India is not the number of population, but it's more about the proportion of population engaged in agriculture who cannot do this kind of task. तो आप यहां पर इकोनॉमी अप्लाई कर रहे हो, यहां पर अप्लाइंग योर सोशल अंडरस्टैंडिंग. Get your learning towards this level slowly, gradually. Okay, so what I call as, okay, start from the higher level towards the bottom. Start from bigger vision. Your facts will fall into place. Okay. Now, ये जो L2 and L3 है, this level of questions, they become very important part of what I call as anchoring theme. आपके कोई भी डिस्कशन होता है ना, any discussion, any knowledge you have is part of some kind of anchoring. It's early sort of. NCERT is not even beginning. It's very, very elementary. You must do something else to move towards advance. Sort of. I'll come back afterwards on that. No biggie. We don't have Hindi workshops. Okay. So now see, what I'm saying here is this. The core of your preparation, okay, are these 5 areas. आप कोई भी article पढ़ें, say essentially, I want a method where students can start getting involved in what they study. आप कुछ भी पढ़ोगे, you must have a sense of emotional connect. You must have a sense of some kind of understanding का रूट्स में पहुंच रहे हैं. वो कैसे होगा? आप कुछ भी पढ़ो, you can link it with 1 or 2 of these 5 things. Link the issue with the nation's development, social development, economic growth, international relations or environment. That becomes the core of your study. All the rest are kind of your larger framework. Any article you have, how that, and in most issues, the article can address 2 or more such issues. Current affairs में इंटरेस्ट नहीं हो रहा. Why? Because आप सिर्फ पढ़ रहे हैं, आप लिंक नहीं कर पा रहे हो. Link your current affairs with generally 2 or 3 of these issues. पक्का बनेगा. Your mind will start working on those lines. Okay? The same thing in another way is this. I feel the core of GS is these 5 areas: IR, security, social justice and development. ये बांध के रखता है polity, economy, and the bigger playground is given by the resources, people and geography. ये डिजाइन ऑफ GS है. GS का एक core है. The core framed by certain boundaries. Your development can't cross the polity constitutional boundary. Your development can't cross ethical boundaries. Your development can't cross environment boundaries. Your development can't cross the economic policy boundaries. And ultimately, ये सारा कुछ करना है within the resources India has, within the people that India has. This outer part is what we call as the geography of the place, the history of the place. When you read GS, I said one problem is you lack the larger purpose. Larger purpose ये है. I'll be surprised. You do this for 1 week. your thinking will start changing. Your approach study will start changing. कोई भी आर्टिकल पढ़ो, आप ये 4-5 चीजें लिंक करो. This is what gives you your vision, this is what gives you your future. Essentially, the same question. कि छक्का तो मार रहा हूं, okay, but something is missing. I am reading, something is missing. I am studying, what's missing is the core focus is missing. If you get the framework right, your GS gets manageable. What books to read, what course to join, ये आंसर आपको मिल जाएगा इंटरनेट पे. Okay, I'm moving on. And this is one of my favorite ones. ये हर वर्कशॉप में बताता हूं कि once you understand these core aspects, you understand what we mean by nation building. The nation's education, infrastructure, agriculture, corruption issues, health issues, women rights, economic development, ये सारा कुछ ultimately is fundamentally this core. So as a habit, as a checklist in your mind, आप कोई current affairs पढ़ो, आप कोई भी topic पढ़ें, map it here. Okay, let's move on from this. You understand this one now? This is what I keep on talking about. Your preparation fundamentally requires this thing, the mindset change. Your GS is not a course to be completed. जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि those religious जो बच्चे हैं या लोग हैं, कुरान पढ़ लो, भगवत गीता पढ़ लो, रामायण पढ़ लो, बाइबल पढ़ लो. The trick is not reading it, right? The trick is read it, pause, think, understand, assimilate, appreciate, उसको अपना बनाओ पर्सनैलिटी. देन आपका गीता कुरान पढ़ना सार्थक हुआ. बहुत पुराना एक स्टोरी भी है ना, अबाउट द पांडव प्रिंस युधिष्ठिर. एक बार इन गुरुकुल द्रोणाचार्य वाज टीचिंग द 5 brothers, सदा सत्य बोलो, ऑलवेज टेल द ट्रूथ. ये पाठ आज का है, सदा सत्य बोलो, कल सुनाना मुझे. द नेक्स्ट डे मॉर्निंग, वन बाय वन, नकुल, सहदेव, भीम, अर्जुन, ऑल ऑफ देम, सदा सत्य बोलो, सदा सत्य बोलो. जब बारी आई, युधिष्ठिर की बारी आई, ही सेड नहीं हुआ गुरुजी, आई नीड वन मोर डे. द नेक्स्ट डे ऑल सेड यही पाठ, सदा सत्य बोलो. युधिष्ठिर अगेन सेड गुरुजी नहीं हुआ, मुझे कुछ और टाइम चाहिए. इट वेंट ऑन फॉर कपल ऑफ डेज. Then द्रोणाचार्य becomes upset. He said, यार कमाल है, एक सेंटेंस बोलना है तुम्हें, सदा सत्य बोलो, और तुम बोला नहीं जाता. Then this boy says, it was not a sentence, I was trying to live that virtue. सदा सत्य बोलो. वो सिर्फ सेंटेंस का इशू नहीं है, इशू इज द लाइफ दैट आई वांट टू लिव. तो वैसे ही द जीएस प्रिपरेशन इज नॉट अबाउट हिस्ट्री पढ़ लिया, पॉलिटी पढ़ लिया, आई हैव रेड इकोनॉमी. It's about living the process of studying that. That's why I'm saying it's a mindset thing. So those of you who are not able to do this or move towards this, you'll always be challenged. आपको पढ़ाई ज्यादा लगेगा, बोरिंग लगेगा, टायरिंग लगेगा. पर जब समझ में आ जाएगा ना कि oh, the preparation of polity requires this type of thinking. ये purpose है why the amendments were done. ये reason है why this type of clauses were added. Why the clause was added at this stage and not earlier? Why history is interpreted like this? Why this area has a poverty and development somewhere else? It's a mindset thing. The purpose of GS is to give you that broad understanding and not merely some fact by hearted. Yes, Namrata, हर चीज का एक purpose तो है, but just that you must know what to extract. Wait for that, okay? The mindset thing I said. Now, this is one question I want to again answer. ये हमने बहुत सुना है ये वाला चीज कि preparation holistic नहीं है. What do you mean by this? Can somebody tell me? One challenge of UPSC preparation or GS preparation is the preparation is not holistic. What do you mean by that? Yes, interlinkages are missing between what? Okay, between what you study and how you apply. ठीक है, okay. What else? Okay, you're not getting that couple of dimensions beyond what is obvious. That's one holistic. और क्या बताओ? What do you mean by your study is not holistic? ये थोड़ा वेग हो गया, तो और स्पेसिफिक लेके आओ. क्या करने से होलिस्टिक हो जाएगा? What's the meaning of the word holistic? What do you mean by holistic? का मत कुछ होल होना चाहिए, right? There is some kind of, you're not getting the words. Okay, 360 degree, fine. But what does it mean? दिखने में कैसा होगा? Complete in what sense? Okay, so one holistic part is, आप पढ़ तो रहे हो, but answer writing सीख नहीं रहे हो. That's one holistic missing. वैसे ही मुझे बताओ, प्रिम्स एंड मेंस साथ नहीं होता है, करेक्ट. That's one aspect of holistic missing. Mechanical studying, not application, correct. That's one holistic missing. What else? What else is when I say I need for holistic? Yes, linking current affairs, that's the holistic aspect, yes. So whatever static you read must be linked with some current affairs. तो करंट अफेयर्स को एक अलग सब्जेक्ट ना समझो. ओके, करंट अफेयर्स इकोनॉमी लिंक विद इकोनॉमी, करंट अफेयर्स पॉलिटी लिंक विद पॉलिटी. नाउ वॉच हियर, व्हेन आई से होलिस्टिक, ओके, प्रीलिम्स मेंस टुगेदर होना चाहिए, दैट्स होलिस्टिक. एग्जाम अप्रोच होना चाहिए, आप जो भी पढ़ो आप आंसर कर पाओ, होलिस्टिक है. ठीक है. देयर सम अदर डायमेंशंस हियर, दे आर. Module approach is missing. This is what I meant by fragmentation. 2 दिन हिस्ट्री किया, 1 दिन पॉलिटी किया, 3rd इकोनॉमी किया, फिर साइंस टेक कर लिया. After 10 days you come back to again history and polity. That's fragmentation. The fragmentation approach will not help you in appreciating in a bigger and deeper way. You need a module approach. Start polity, finish polity. Start history, finish history. अगर NCERT कर रहे हो 6th से 10th class, finish geography at one go, 3-4 days. Finish polity at one go, 2 or 3 days. That's what I mean by module approach. This is your wholesome approach. Okay? Integrating, ये सब कह दिया आपने, current affairs missing है. From facts to analysis, ये बहुत बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट मिसिंग पॉइंट होता है. You know the facts, but not to appreciate what they mean. And consolidation with progress. What I mean by this is, आप जैसे आगे बढ़ रहे हो, don't forget what you already have done. In holistic, okay, you keep on studying more, you keep forgetting पीछे वाला. होलिस्टिक का मतलब है पीछे का साथ लेके चलो. I'm doing 1 2 3, जब 4 5 किया 1 2 भूल गए, जब आपने 5 6 किया 3 4 भूल गए. You need to consolidate. 1 2 3 4 done, consolidated. Now 4 5 6 along with 1 2 3, then 6 7 8 along with 1 2 3 4 5 6. You move together. So you have to consolidate while you are progressing. ये नहीं हो पाता है बच्चों का. And this is among the biggest frustration points. सर पढ़ तो रहे हैं लेकिन भूल जा रहे हैं. So I'm studying but I'm forgetting. Siddharth, anybody asking me strategy for NCERT books, I don't take the person seriously at all. Okay. Anybody asking me NCERT कैसे पढ़ा जाए, इसका मतलब है आपने किताब खोला ही नहीं है. As simple as that. Okay, I am dismissing your question. Be with me. मैं क्या पढ़ा रहा हूं आपको, NCERT में कैसे पढ़ना है. You are stuck there. I am ready to teach you integration, differentiation. You are saying, sir, X क्या होता है, Y क्या होता है, समझा दो पहले. And go back to that class first. Okay? So, holistic का मतलब है doing all of these things together. Okay? Now, Okay, before I move on from here, my recommendation to all of you is, okay, that this has to maintain. आप कुछ भी पढ़ाई करें, please look up what type of questions prelims में आ रहा है, what type of questions mains में आ रहा है. You must have a separate book on this. And if possible, I insist, write down the question. I have studied a topic called as, maybe from geography, say El Nino. Search the prelims paper. कब El Nino पूछा है? Then look for optional paper. Okay, कब El Nino पूछा है? Look for the mains paper of GS. कब El Nino पूछा है? If not directly, indirectly. I have read a topic called as, okay, investments on roads and ports. Go search your GS paper. What type of questions asked on those? What type of questions asked in GS on those? And what type of questions asked in optional in that? That's your integration. Prelims, mains, GS and optional. ये अगर कर लेते हो and the questions mapping you have done, exam approach आ गया आपको. Then you have no problem with exam approach. You know क्या चाहिए टॉपिक में से ना ऐसे questions आते हैं. Most of us are mechanically finishing the course. Most of us mechanically attend classes. I'm challenging that notion. Do the class, घर आकर ये मैपिंग, if not every day, map it at least once a week. Map it at least once in 10 days, but ये मैपिंग करो. And module approach. Okay. कि I will finish off polity at one go. 15, 20, 30 days, खत्म क्या polity. Okay. Sit down for 1 month, finish of economy. Okay. Current affairs, same idea. पढ़ लिया current affairs, what type of questions asked? What type of, okay, mains questions asked? Keep on mapping with this one. जब ये करोगे ना, ये आपका ऑटोमेटिकली होगा from facts towards analysis. And this process will help you consolidate also. Exactly know कि क्यों पढ़ा है. And then of course you'll have, okay, the process related to memorization and the rest. Sachin. No Sachin, that's not the topic. Okay, strategy for books बनती हैं if you understand the question papers well. What to read, what not to read, Sachin, comes from what type of questions are asked. हम ये बता रहे हैं आपको. Okay, and I'm sure, Sachin, I'm not the first person you have asked this, and I will not be the last person you will ask this. आप जिससे मिलोगे ना, आप ये सवाल पूछने वाले हो. सब बताओ strategy for reading standard books. Because ये क्वेश्चन सुनने में ना बड़ा इंटेलेक्चुअल लगता है. Okay, it looks like पता नहीं बहुत डीप सोच के पूछ रहा हूं. No, you have to sit down, do the dirty work yourself. As teachers, we can teach the content to you. Okay, but ये एनालिसिस आप अपने आप करेंगे. Yes. Yeah. नहीं, करंट अफेयर्स आप मॉड्यूल नहीं कर सकते ना. तो एवरी डे यू हैव ऑल टाइप ऑफ न्यूज. करंट अफेयर्स हैज टू बी बेस्ड ऑन, ओके, अगेन डिपेंड्स ऑन आप क्या करना. आर यू ट्राइंग टू कंसोलिडेट, कवर, और ट्राइंग टू लर्न एनालिसिस? फिर उसको दो अलग अप्रोच होगा. If consolidating, you must read everything. If analysis, then focus on few articles. But this cannot be module approach. Current affairs can't be module approach. But जब polity कर रहे हो, all the current affairs must fit into this of polity. Okay, so that's holistic according to me. Now this is something I want all of you to note down and map your progress with. पता नहीं सबको दिखाई दे रहा है कि नहीं. GS का 3 कंपोनेंट है. One is the foundation of 5 subjects. There are 3 additional subjects, and there is answer writing, what I call as advanced learning. I said one problem with all of you is आप लोग timelines map नहीं करते हो. By what time I'll finish what? I have given you a recommended timeline. I'm not saying this is the only timeline. like which is history takes approximately 45 days. Okay, geography 50 days, economy 40 days, okay, polity 40 days, ethics 30 days, approximately about 2 hours of class. इसके अलावा, by the when I say geography, I'm including environment also here. इसके अलावा social issues about 10-15 days, science and tech 10-15 days, and IR security again 10-15 days. When you map your planner, or this is according to an institute space, आप अपने आप करेंगे, safely आप into 2 कर सकते हो. It'll take you twice the time approximately. लिख लो all of you please. Anish, you have not mapped the content with the questions asked. That's why you mechanically have done the classes. तो आपके टीचर ने पढ़ा दिया अनीश, बट आपने मैप नहीं किया है. Yeah, Deepak, that's the problem. If the coaching institute does not follow the module approach, then you are trapped. You must find a way how to manage that. Okay? This is your foundation, approximately 200 days. The additional upper 45 days. You need about 245 or 250 days to finish off the basic foundation level. If you are studying 25 days a week, a month, 25 days a month, this is the work of approximately 10 months. That took institutes के पेस में. इसके ऊपर में an additional 70 days advanced learning, answer writing. इसके ऊपर में you require optional का. Optional, I said about 5 months, okay, plus advanced of optional. ये मिलाकर another 240 days. This is not revision time, this is the completion time. Revision इसके ऊपर होता है. I'm assuming आपने अभी क्लास ज्वाइन नहीं किया है, किया है तो आप क्लास कर रहे हैं. Now look, Shoaib, that's a question I again start asking कि आपको पढ़ाई समझ में भी आता है कि नहीं. He's asking me how to revise multiple times. These questions are so insincere questions where it only tells me कि आपने पढ़ाई शुरू नहीं किया है. How many times depends on आपका लेवल क्या है. अगर आपका बेसिक लेवल मिसिंग है तो करो 10 बार. बेसिक इज स्ट्रॉन्ग, डू इट ट्वाइस और थ्राइस. अगर बार बार भूल रहे हो तो बार बार करो. हाउ कैन आई गिव अ टाइम फॉर दैट? इट्स लाइक अ फादर आस्किंग समबडी कि मैं हर दिन सुबह कितने बार बच्चे को प्यार करूं सो दैट द चाइल्ड स्टार्ट्स लविंग मी बैक. 5 बार प्यार करना, पकड़ के 5 बार प्यार कर दिया, मगर टिक मार्क कर दिया. ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. शुएब, ठीक है, डू इट टिल इट सक्सीड्स इज द आंसर. फॉर सम ऑफ यू 100 टाइम्स, ठीक है, आपकी वही औकात है, आप करो 100 बार. 100 बार करने के बाद नेक्स्ट टाइम वो 50 हो जाएगा, उसके बाद 20, 10 हो जाएगा. सम ऑफ यू हैव डन द डर्टी वर्क इन योर लाइफ, आप 3 बार करेंगे, हो जाएगा. सम ऑफ यू आर सो गुड एंड सो थॉरो एट वन गो, सेकेंड टाइम में रेडी हो जाता है आपका. हाउ कैन आई आंसर दैट? दिस क्वेश्चन टेल्स मी कि आपने अभी शुरू नहीं किया प्रिपरेशन. यू स्टिल डू नॉट नो हाउ योर माइंड वर्क्स. यस, रथम, सेम क्वेश्चन. हाउ मच रिविजन टाइम? करके तो देखो कितना लगता है. दिस इज योर कोर्स कंप्लीशन. इससे कम होना मुश्किल है. सो नाउ मेक योर टाइमलाइंस रियलिस्टिक. ओके, 200 days, plus 50 days plus 70 days plus about 240 days. Now, there are three types of aspirants standing today with me. One are those who have finished the course. जनवरी में हो गया, फेब में हो गया, शायद एक साल पहले हो गया, but are not exam ready. Neither mains not prelims. So you must not take this year's attempt. ये साल आप डालो only for exam readiness. And 2024 में you clear the examination. And this has to be very honestly done. Not just mains, I add prelims also. So what is mains readiness is, can you write answers? Have you memorized all the content in GS? Are you confident about current affairs? Have you done the answers and questions analysis or not? That's exam ready. Course completion is not same as exam ready. आपने कोर्स खत्म किया 2020 में, फिर भी आपने ये नहीं किया. यू फिनिश द कोर्स लास्ट दिसंबर, फिर भी ये खत्म नहीं किया आपने. So, अगर अभी तक नहीं किया है, you are not ready for this year's prelims. Drop the attempt and spend this year doing this alone. This is one type of student. The second type of students are appearing next year but starting now. Or maybe you began a couple of months ago. This is a group of students who must be honest with themselves. This student, aspirant, must understand the urgency of the time. And this person, okay, he has a luxury of time but must get sincere in his work. You decide पहले आप किस type के student हो. Okay, so I am elaborating here. The first one, course completed but not exam ready. Suggestion is skip 23. If possible, consolidate with us. This work I am doing as marathons and it is free of cost. Walk in and work with us. Work with us until September last. From October, we start advanced course. Geography may be or GS may be. And I will insist, join us. It will help you in your preparation. At least do this with us. Are you all aware of a timetable we have shared with all of you? GS का भी है, optional का भी है. My own students also. Yes, Gunaratha, it's open. Okay, I'll ask our team to publicize those timelines again. Okay, fine. Tomorrow we have a session on oceanography analysis. I did one for climatology. I'll do for oceanography tomorrow at 3 o'clock. If you want to join us, join us. All students. हमारे बच्चे हैं नहीं है, आके ज्वाइन करो ऑप्शनल में. वैसे ही आपके जीएस के भी टाइमलाइंस हैं. Okay, do that with us and qualify. 24 is like I will qualify. It's very important in today's world when there are a lot of opportunities. It's very important, don't get trapped in the examination for 5-6 years. It's not worth it. Give yourself 2 or 3 years. 2 attempts or 3 attempts. नहीं हुआ सर हम आगे बढ़ जाएंगे. No Smriti. Okay, 200 days के अंदर में आपको ऐड करना पड़ेगा extra hours for revision. Yes, included है, but I didn't add that in my list. All fine here, all of you? So those old students not exam ready, come work with us. GS में भी कर सकते हैं आप लोग. Yes, offline, online, both, Devesh. But bring oceanography, notebook, your textbook, your question bank, then sit with us. Okay. The next type of students, appearing next year, but starting now or began sometime earlier. आपको होना चाहिए solid planning. Okay. आपका थोड़ा rush होगा, but it's doable. Plan very well. And enroll for parallel courses. You have got no luxury. आपको GS भी करना है ऑप्शनल भी करना है एंड ऑल्सो एडवांस कोर्स, बट मेक श्योर दैट यू डू नॉट हैव मोर देन 2 classes a day in general. On some days you might have 3 classes, but जहां आपने 3 classes रेगुलर कर लिया, you are dead. So you'll have no time for self study. But yes, once in 10 days, once in 15 days, 2-3 क्लास हो जाएंगी, कोई बात नहीं. In general, so the timetable we make, okay, that must fit into our bigger plan. Be very milestone oriented. Exactly कब खत्म करना है, by what date, by what time. Yes, that's a problem again. I mean, that's the reason why I'm saying, no, that I am not selling a course here. I am telling an approach for you. तो आप जहां पढ़ रहे हैं इंस्टीट्यूट में, अगर वो ये फॉलो नहीं कर रहे हैं, then you are in trouble. You are taken for a ride. ये तो प्रॉब्लम है. आप सोच से देखें ना, you guys are in your early and mid 20s. अब भगवान करेगा आप क्वालिफाई करोगे तो कल आप डीएम भी बन जाओगे 2-3 साल के अंदर में. Should you not have the wisdom to ask your institutes कि आप कैसे पढ़ा रहे हैं, बताइए. How are you planning your completion? Tell us. It's your demand. Generally, I suggest it must converge. आपने जहां पर PSIR किया है वहीं पर आप GS करो, ताकि आपका जो प्रिपरेशन फिलॉसफी है that must converge. And if you are with me in geography, then stick with me in GS. निखिल, तो आपने जहां पर PSIR किया है वही करो GS. We don't follow the mechanism, वो अलग बात है. Siddharth is on the net. Okay, and Nitish otherwise can share this with you. We'll do that. So I need this solid plan day by day. Okay, task by task. Be milestone and be prepared for 5-6 hours of classroom followed by 2-3 hours of post class. No, I got spelling wrong here. Okay, fine. So aapko on an average be ready for 7-8 hours of grind on an average, and that's doable. So ये approach you cannot do अगर आप कहीं जॉब कर रहे हैं, अगर आप ग्रेजुएशन भी कर रहे हैं, ये आप नहीं कर पाएंगे. ठीक है, दिस इज फुल टाइम प्रिपरेशन फॉर जीएस एंड ऑप्शनल्स. या तो आपने पहले कर लिया ऑप्शनल, अलग बात है. एंड अ थर्ड टाइप ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर 25 और लेटर. आपको क्या करना चाहिए दिस ईयर? ज्वाइन ओनली फाउंडेशन कोर्स, दोनों जीएस के लिए एंड इवन ऑप्शनल के लिए. वन आफ्टर अनदर यू कैन फिनिश दिस ऑफ. एडवांस कोर्स आप नेक्स्ट ईयर करना. एंड डेवलप नैक फॉर करंट अफेयर्स. डोंट रश. बी स्लो बट बी कंसिस्टेंट. बी स्मूथ. आपको करना है 3-4 hours a day. Those who are in graduation 2nd and 3rd year, follow this one. You don't have to rush through. आपको दिन में एवरेज 3-4 घंटे डालना है. समटाइम्स इवन लेसर से आपने 3-4 दिन 2 घंटे डाला, सैटरडे संडे मेकअप कर लिया आपने. Is it okay all of you? तो जीएस का क्या स्ट्रेटजी होना चाहिए? You know the philosophy and then start working. Yes, okay. आपको टाइमलाइंस पता होना चाहिए. You need 200 days plus 50 days, 250 days. That's approximately around 10 months. If you start any later from now, आपका नेक्स्ट ईयर मार्क खा जाएगा. Those who join from the month of June, July, it'll be tricky, if not impossible. And those who join September में, पता नहीं आप क्या सोच के ज्वाइन कर रहे हो फॉर नेक्स्ट ईयर. ठीक है, ओके. सो यू मस्ट डिसाइड आप किस ब्लॉक में हो, अकॉर्डिंगली वर्क. So you must work on why that problem, Divesh. Why that problem? Okay. So I'll talk about something. I'll tell you what I just give me 2 more minutes. Okay, so this is the planning you have. If you're working for 3 hours a day, you require these many days. इसीलिए आपका 2 साल लगेगा. If you're planning for 6-7 hours a day, 1 साल आपका काफी है. So be honest about your timelines. I gave you one point, right? Most of you have a problem because आप वो timeline honestly evaluate नहीं करते. So by the way, in this group, how many of you are preparing for 2024? Can you give me yes or no? Or raise your hands maybe, 24? Offline में सारे बच्चे उठा लिए हाथ. So आपका time एकदम cut throat है. Yes, you are welcome. Please join us. No problem. I'm more than happy. Misha, yes. Who else? 24. Shrestha, Iftisham, Abid. Okay. Who else? 24. Indrajit. You have time, Indrajit. They do it properly. Ashish, Kaveri, Sanjana. Yes. Ashutosh. Shrishti. She's 25. Okay. You have time. Nikhil, 24. Utkarsh, 24. Nidhi, you have some more time. Okay. So accordingly plan this, please. I'll see if I can do a planner each for each one of you for suggesting. I'll see. So most of you I can see are planning for 24. So no looking left and right. 8 घंटे average डालो. Course completion plus post class. This is what I meant for all of you. ये वाला. Because 2 क्लास कर रहे हो तो 5-6 घंटा क्लास में जाएगा. Okay. Plus 2-3 hours of post class work. That's the advantage. If you converge at one place, फिर आपका प्रिपरेशन का फिलॉसफी कन्वर्ज हो जाता है. Oh yes, absolutely. Fine. So this is done. Okay. Now, what is our solution? Our solution is join foundation course as early as possible, not later than May, June if targeting prelims of the following year. अगर आप 25 के लिए प्लान कर रहे हो, then join the course latest by 24 May, June. If you're planning for 24, join now itself, not later than May and June. Join foundation. Our recommendation is study modular. Take up polity, finish polity. Take up economy, finish economy. Okay. Go modular in your preparation. Let the task build up to include. जो आपका task होगा, task is not simply class attendance. It also includes memorize, recall, and practice sessions. So you plan your day. Don't just plan I'll go to class. Plan the entire activity of post class also. ये बहुत important है. I insist on this. All of you must have the ability of analyzing question papers. देखने में बड़ा simple लगता है, but ask my students. They're still struggling. और मैं कराने के बावजूद, this is a very important step for all prelims at least. आपको prelims का question paper याद होना चाहिए almost that types. Analyze the papers. Develop a baseline for answer writing. Now listen. Every activity for growth and for development requires a baseline. Baseline is something like your minimum skills kya hai. Okay? So if I am going to join a Formula 1 racing, my baseline will be how fast I can drive probably in the expressway. That's my baseline. If my target is to win the Olympics medal, the baseline is I should have won a medal at least at the state or national level. That's my baseline. I can't say Olympics and I'm learning to swim right now. Okay, that becomes a tricky one. If learning swimming, फिर Olympics की बात मत करो. Then talk about कि चलो यार पहले स्कूल जीत लेता हूं, फिर स्टेट जीत लेता हूं, then I'll talk about Olympics. You might have a dream, that's okay, but be realistic. तो वैसे ही, so I'll explain this a bit more detail में. Okay? So we have a task called answer writing. A task called answer writing. which is of the mains, okay, a standard. Now to do this, I need lot of activities. I need to have English skills. I need to have my content. I need to have analysis. I need to remember the facts. I must have speed of writing. I must have a good handwriting. I must think spontaneously. I must be creative. I should organize my answers. I must have a structure in writing. ये सारा मुझे skills चाहिए. All of you online, pay attention here. Okay, my objective is I must learn answer writing and answer writing of the exam standards. Skills क्या चाहिए? All of this. If you are learning this one by one, ठीक है, आप यहां से यहां leap करना will happen, but will take time. So what we do is, what I suggest is, आप एक बनाओ baseline where you have memorized, okay, 200, 300 answers. Rather than focusing on this, you focus on this. Because ये जो task है ना, learn English, learn content, learn analysis, इसका कोई तरीका नहीं है to measure. There's no way I can measure whether your handwriting is becoming better or not. How do I measure your speed is becoming better or not? So we are learning this, but हम यहां तक नहीं पहुंच पाते हैं. So I suggest a simpler way is इसको ignore करो and get hold of certain model answers, which are maybe L1 level, L2 level, or L whatever level. Let your teacher help you on this. और आप 200-300 आंसर को मेमोराइज कर जाओ. While memorizing, आपका ये अपने आप सेट हो जाएगा. Yeah, on each subject. Okay, so I'm not saying 200 in each. I'm saying 10-15 पॉलिटी में, 10-15 इकोनॉमी में, ज्योग्राफी में 10-15 ओशनोग्राफी. So 200-300 ऑप्शनल, 200-300 जीएस. तो अगर 400 आंसर रट्टा मार लिया ना आपने, ये आपका अपने आप सेट हो जाएगा. You get the point here? Some of you know what I'm doing with all of you. I am setting your baseline for answer writing. आपको ये सेट करना है. तो इसको अलग अलग काम करोगे ना, you not have any sense of कि हो भी रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है. I hope you got it, all of you. It's like learning walking. Like walking, one step is, okay, put your right foot ahead, let your hand go back, stand straight, okay, make sure you are balanced, not you're shaking, your chin is up. इतना बात बोलो कि चलूंगा कब मैं. Okay, I've forgotten कि क्या क्या करना था. So I break as a baseline is keep walking, looking straight, not falling down for 1 kilometer. अपने आप बाकी सेट होने वाला है. You're walking for 1 kilometer without falling down and looking straight, अपने आप बाकी साथ सेट हो जाएगा. ठीक है? I'm doing that for you guys. Rather than breaking the task like this, मैंने कहा सब मिलाकर ये 200 आंसर हैं, रट्टा मार लो इसको. मेमोराइज दिस, आपका अंग्रेजी ठीक हो जाएगा, अपने आप आपको लिखना भी आ जाएगा, अपने आप फैक्ट्स भी याद हो गया, अपने आप स्ट्रक्चरिंग भी आ गया. बिकॉज आंसर विल हैव सम हेडिंग्स, विल हैव सम डायग्राम्स. अगर 200 रट्टा मारने के बाद भी सीख नहीं पा रहे हो ना, माय आंसर इज गो गेट मैरिड. भैया तुमसे ना हो पाएगा. आई होप यू गॉट द पॉइंट हियर. This is your baseline setting. Do this, then we can teach you this much more faster. जैसे अंग्रेजी सीखनी है, then my suggestion to you is take up the articles of newspaper, उनके पैराग्राफ रट्टे मार लो. वो जैसे बोलते मैं वैसे ही बोलूंगा, वो जैसा लिखा है मैं भी ऐसे ही लिखूंगा. I am copying, nothing else. What we call as reverse engineering. I have to make a smartphone. Don't start from scratch. Copy an Apple iPhone. कॉपी ओके सैमसंग फोन, कॉपी एन ओप्पो, 4 साल कॉपी करो, 5th ईयर अपने आप अच्छा बनेगा। मुझे कार बनाना है, डोंट स्टार्ट फ्रॉम स्क्रैच, कॉपी मर्सिडीज बेंज, कॉपी BMW, कॉपी टोयोटा, कॉपी फॉर 5-6 years, 7th ईयर अपने आप अच्छा बन जाएगा आपका। सो दिस इज दैट शॉर्टकट वे, डेवलप अ बेस लाइन, ये बनाओ पहले आप। आपको चेस खेलना है, योर टीचर विल टीच यू, गो एंड वॉच ग्रेट चेस मैचेस एंड नो व्हाट ही हैड प्लेड और शी हैड प्लेड। अगर वो मूव्स आ गया, आपको चेस भी आ जाएगा धीरे धीरे। I hope you got the point here. Okay, that's what I mean by develop a baseline for answer writing. Yes, that is exactly what we try to do in our post-class engagements. Okay, you can walk in and see what we are doing. ये अलग बात है, तो दुखी रहता हूं, not all of them participate, but मैंने समझा लिया है that not all of them matter. हमारे क्लास में एक बच्चा भी आएगा, वी विल डू इट, बाकी को हम बोलते रहेंगे, वो आज नहीं तो कल नहीं तो परसों करेंगे। अगर क्वालिफाई करेंगे, कहां जाएंगे नहीं करके, और नहीं करेंगे नो दे वोंट क्वालिफाई। एटलीस्ट एट द एंड ऑफ द कोर्स आई वांट स्टूडेंट्स रियलाइज कि क्वालिफाई नहीं कर रहे हैं, इट्स नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ रैंडमनेस, इट्स बिकॉज यू डिड नॉट फॉलो अ प्रोसेस। सिंपल सी बात यह है कि सर ने तो ट्राई किया, कोर्सेज भी ट्राई कर रहे हैं, मैंने नहीं किया तो मेरी औकात नहीं थी। rather than saying random है और confusion है। Yes, we are in Delhi, Namrata, Delhi, okay, in the slums of IAS preparation called as Old Rajendra Nagar। ठीक है, हाँ slums ही है, और क्या है, लोगों का मेंटालिटी, घर के कंडीशंस, लैंडलॉर्ड्स, उनकी मेंटालिटी सब वही है, एकदम slums है, but exciting ones। There are two types of slums, slums of hope and slums of despair। We are slums of hope। Where can you get the question? Ask your teacher, Shoaib। Okay, और हमसे ले लेना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, हम फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट दे देते हैं, रट्टा मारो, हम तो बांट रहे हैं रट्टा। People are becoming collectors, they collect the answers। ठीक है, they have become collector before they have become a collector। ऐसे बहुत बड़ी तादाद है। And then randomness हो गया एग्जामिनेशन का। I hope you got it, all of you। Develop the baseline is my recommendation। Okay, this, ये सारा कुछ ultimately will become, okay, your personality, consistency, plan, timelines, analysis, okay, the way you are executing to a method, it becomes a personality। UPSC is looking for personalities। Okay? इसी को हम डिफरेंशिएट करते हैं ट्रांजैक्शनल वर्सेस मिशन ओरिएंटेड। ट्रांजैक्शनल मत करो कि किताब बोला पढ़ने, मैंने पढ़ लिया, okay? उसके बाद किताब इंग्लिश में था, हिंदी में था, कुछ पता नहीं, सब बोला था पढ़ लिया मैंने। okay? मैंने कहा क्लास आओ, क्लास आ गए, अब क्लास में क्या हो उससे थोड़ी मतलब है, सर क्लास आने बोला था, मैं जाके पीछे सो गया था। Don't do that। Okay, so no transactional, operate with a mission, timelines होने चाहिए, operate with proper goals, milestones होने चाहिए। Okay, and how can we help you? We do all of this, we track, we give you advanced courses, we have tests, and give a framework how to proceed, how, and ensure that you are sticking to it। Nikhil, we try not to have a difference, but the amount of engagement possible offline is a bit more than what's possible online। But otherwise, all the sessions we have are open for online and offline। One reason why online is tricky is because I think most of the people who join online, they are working professionals। Some of them have other challenges। Otherwise, in terms of offerings, we don't discriminate। अगर आप कर पाए तो आप ऑनलाइन भी कर सकते हैं, नॉट ए प्रॉब्लम। ठीक है, बेटर, कैन यू कम ऑफलाइन निखिल, कैन यू कम ऑफलाइन? then offline is choice number one. Otherwise, go online. You learn to live with whatever you can manage. So today's session, like I said, was not about how to study GS in terms of what books to read. It's more about the framework and mindset. It's not about कौन सा course join करूं. It's more about you understanding how to plan your timelines. So Nikhil, if you can come offline, come offline. I'll be happy to have you offline. Okay? So what I'll do, yes, that's my plan. I'll conduct smaller workshops of half an hour each, where I'll discuss how to do these subjects individually. Polity kaise, history kaise, economy and so on. I will do it along with the faculties that we have who know the subject better. Of course, I'll tell you about geography, about environment, about IR. वो हम बता देंगे आपको. About essays, I'll tell that to you. So all of you planning for 24, you do not have much time left. Organize yourself, and my recommendation, don't join our institute because we offer a course. Join us because you're convinced about the approach that we have. अगर लगता है आपको ये approach नहीं मिलेगा, okay, then join us. Don't join because सर आप GS दे रहे, हम GS join करें. Don't do that. GS तो यहां पर सारे institutes देते हैं. I'll only disappoint you there. The mantra I follow is आप सीखो पढ़ाई कैसे की जाती है. All fine here? Any questions? Anybody? So आपको 3 चीज लेके जाना होगा from today's class. Number 1 is identify what category of student you belong to. Are you old students, not exam ready? फिर आपका अलग approach होगा. Are you current students? Okay, you are working for next year, or are you preparing for something even later? आप second, third year के बच्चे हैं, graduation में, आपका अलग होना चाहिए approach. That's one. Second, I hope you take back the possibility of you planning your GS well with timelines. वो timelines हम भी दे चुके हैं आप लोगों को somewhere or the other. Okay, in terms of those graphs I have shown you. Otherwise, you can always meet us again. I'll explain that to you. ठीक है, timelines और आपको days दे रखा, आप अपने आप map करो. And this method I follow in our GS classes. So it's an invitation. Please join us. Okay, class के लिए भी and post class भी. Third thing, I hope you understand what I mean by base level of baseline preparation. आपके पास 200-400 answers रटे होने चाहिए. I had one 10 days ago. We gave 20 questions for climatology. Now have we given 20 for oceanography also? मैं डाल दिया है आपके प्लेटफॉर्म में. I've given 20 questions or 15 questions for oceanography. Similarly, we will do it for other units of your optional, also for the GS eventually. ठीक है? That's one. The third thing I said is get into application mode. अब जो पढ़ा रहे हो या पढ़ रहे हो, move it towards your personality. The core of 5 areas: security, development, talking about issues of social justice, environment. उस core में hit करो. That becomes the anchoring point for any discussions. ठीक है. Okay, guys. Oh wow, 1 hour 40 minutes. Okay, maybe 30 minutes. That's more or less we planned for. So my wishes to all of you. I'll keep having these sessions once in 10-15 days. देखिए बीच बीच में आपका जो अगर रस्टिंग हो गया है, we'll clean that up quickly. Again, get back to our work. Okay. So my wishes to all of you. Interested, let us know. Okay. We're happy to help you there. Bye all of you. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye all of you. Bye.